Good morning to my awesome friends. It's fairy time again. Yes, Grandma's going to make another fairy garden, and this one's going to be a free one. Yes, free. Free, free, free. Now, this succulent plant is sort of an orangey yellow succulent. Isn't it pretty? And look at all the beautiful flowers. I'm going to take some cuttings off of this and get ready to put it in a container I already own and have. First thing I do, I cut my cuttings and I lay them out to dry a little bit. You want the bottom to get a little bit dried out. Don't worry, it's not going to die. And I'm going to take all the old leaves off and make it look fresh and beautiful again. Doesn't that sound wonderful? That's what you do. And look at how pretty it looks now that I've taken all the ugly leaves off that are all messed up. And that's what we do. And now I have a container. I should have taken a picture of it before I cleaned it out. It was really messy looking. I cleaned out all the debris and put a little bit of fresh soil on top, about 2 or 3 inches. And I evened it up. And I had a beautiful California poppy already where a seed blew in. So it has now matured. It's about a foot tall. And it is already starting to get some flowers. I think it looks pretty nice. What do you think? So far, we have only thing that we spent any money on, and even that isn't really any money. I had some leftover soil from another project, and I used that. Everything else for this project I have had and used in past posts, and it's not any kind of a problem at all. Now, let's see what else Grandma's going to do. Grandma went and got a shoe that used to be in the same container that we're in. The walkway was already in there, and so was the fairy. They were pretty dirty, and Grandma went and cleaned them up and washed them. Next year, I probably will paint them. They're getting a little bit faded, and the paint's chipping off. But I think for this year, it's still looking pretty nice. What do you think? And as you notice, the steps going up to the door actually are mushrooms. Isn't that amazing? And that door actually does open and close. So I thought it turned out pretty nice for what I'd have to do. Now we're going to go put it in that container and put those succulents in with it too. And it's really going to look pretty nice. Now you know Grandma's pretty cheap. And after I did everything I did, I got some grass clippings and laid on top of the soil to make sure that the soil doesn't dry out too much. And I'm going to put my succulents in there, but just imagine a little bit of grass, the difference it can make in covering up the soil. I do that a lot on my projects, and of course that grass clippings are going to sort of dry out and they're going to get brown looking, but Grandma doesn't really care, so it's fine for me, because Grandma's trying to keep her costs down. Now here is my boot with my walkway. What do you think? And of course, there's that little fairy that I showed earlier. I thought it turned out pretty nice, and like I keep saying, this was free. I stuck my succulents in there. Didn't they fill in the area? And they worked out so nice with all of my beautiful California poppies. And the California poppies are actually blooming behind it too. So it makes it look like it has more flowers than it does because you can see them in the background. But isn't it beautiful? And I did put some flowers in front of it. Don't they look pretty? Give a little more color to the container. I was very, very happy with these beautiful pink geraniums. What do you think? Give me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed it or not. If you like the way I put this together, like I said, no cost. Grandma loves free posts. And we're going to be using those geraniums in some other future projects, and they've already been used in some past projects, so that's why they're free. And of course, the fairy I've had for a couple of years, and the boot in the background, the fairy house, I think I've had it about 2 or 3 years, and as you can see, the paint is coming off the door. I think next year we're going to do a lot of DIY painting and glamming up our pieces, because we're getting a lot of faded pieces now, and Grandma has to work on a budget, and you know we do the best we can. What did you think? Don't those geraniums add a lot more color to the video? I was very happy with how it turned out. I really didn't care for geraniums too much, but I think it was just I didn't like the normal colors. I think I like these off colors. I did see some beautiful red ones I was wanting to pick up, but they were sort of on the pricey side, so I didn't do it. I went for these. These were $6 and the nicer ones were $25, but they were a lot bigger. These are pretty small, but they still look nice where I have them. What do you think? Well, hope I get to get some great comments from you guys about my fairy garden, especially when you figure it didn't cost me a penny to make. Those are my favorite projects. Free, free, free. You know, Grandma loves free projects. And you know, one thing I love more than anything else is to share what you can do with really hardly any money at all. And that's what Grandma does. Come on, let's get some comments going. Let's get some chit-chat going. What did you think of what I put together today? I was very happy how it turned out myself. My little fairy riding on her little friend there. Isn't it cute? I just loved it. The snail is so cute, as long as it's not eating my plants. Well, what do you think? Do you think it was worth the money? Especially since you said it was free? Yes, free, free, free. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Now we are going to be having some more challenges coming up on this channel. So please don't disconnect from us yet. I want to share with you about what we're going to be doing. Don't go anywhere. Here it's going to start. Well, you know, I'm trying to do as many reminders as I can to get as many of you interested in watching these videos or joining in. April 1st, we're doing a coffee bar. You can do anything to do with Alice in Wonderland as long as it's a coffee bar. If you have nothing at all that you can use, you can instead do a whimsical coffee bar. I'm going to be doing a tea bar in my cozy corner, Alice in Wonderland theme. Come and see what Grandma does. And on April the 2nd, I'm doing a lantern. You can join in if you want. You don't have to. You can be Alice in Wonderland lantern, or you could do a whimsical lantern, whatever you would like to do. Both these videos can be put up anytime that day. Just make sure you stay with the theme. That's about the only real rule we have. You know, Grandma likes keeping things really simple, and we don't like making it difficult. And I am joining in with my daughter for another challenge. It's going to be on April the 15th, and it's going to be a DIY project. Yes, Grandma's going to do a DIY. Hard to believe, I know. Hippity Hop Bunny. So the DIY you need to make, you could make it small, make it big, make it complicated, make it simple, but it does have to be a bunny used in your DIY. If you just want to share how you did the bunnies, fine. If you want to do a display with the bunny that you just made, that's also fine. Whatever makes you happy. It can go up anytime on April the 15th. We have a lot of international channels.